Hello everyone. How you doing? So I'm, your teacher this afternoon. In today's opportunity, I will be making a presentation myself about who I am and all the information about me, which are my dreams and some things like that. Okay? For this reason, I'm going to show you this presentation for helping me to do it better. Okay? The first thing is that I want to tell you is my name. My name is David Martinez Vasquez. My ID number is 732000427, and I am 39 years old. Actually, I am from Cartagena, Colombia. I live in the coast of Colombia, our country, and I live in Jardines neighborhood, which is a very quiet neighborhood here in our city, Cartagena. Okay. Now, I would like to tell you some things about me, not only about my personal, presentation, it's just about my studies. And I would like to say something about the things, that I have gotten. Like I have studied at the Pamplona's University. I'm sorry, um, an English course at the Colombo Americano. I took an specialization in English teaching, and I obtained a C1 level in English from Met institution. Okay. Other things that I want to tell you is that I have had the opportunity to work in different schools here in the city. I have worked in universities like SINU, Tecnológico Confenalco, Summit Institution. I have worked in schools like Beefy's School. I have worked in schools like Almirante Colon's School, which are so many places or some places for working and getting experience for teaching English. Actually, uh, during the pandemic, I started working in an online way, which is something that I really love, just because give the students the opportunity to still working, still studying, and actually learning. So for that reason, mm, I could be a good teacher for helping you to get this process possible, and that's the idea with this project. Okay, things that I want to achieve in my life, I'm sorry, are to travel to United States and probably live couple years there because I have visa. Thanks God, I have visa, and I have traveled there about 3 or 4 times, and I have gotten the opportunity to interact with people there, foreign people, American people. It is something that helps me to improve my English and actually to learn more about how we can teach this really amazing and nice language. Okay, now I would like to go to other part of my presentation because there are things that we want to achieve in our life, and when we start working and when we start studying, we going step by step, and actually sometimes we get it, we don't get it, but the idea is just to keep working, keep studying, and do things like that. Okay, for my part of the micro class, I invite two students that were in my class probably 1 or 2 years ago. They were telling me their dreams, telling me what they wanted to achieve in the future, and it is something that helps me to give you the great opportunity to tell you about the topic that I'm going to be working on. Okay, one of my students is Jane, and the other student is Lisa. Lisa and James were answering some questions, and actually I'm going to share them with you, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, because probably one day you will be able to be speaking with people that they ask those questions, and you will know how to do it, which is something interesting. Okay, let's follow me and let's do it. Okay, here I got some questions that I asked them previously, and the questions were like, uh, what will you have done at the end of 2021? And I remember that I said, hey, let's talk about, things you want to accomplish in the future. And for that reason, I was asking them those questions, okay? For example, the first one, what, as I said before, what would you have done at the end of, 2021? Maybe she said something like, at the end of 2021, I have finished medicine. Probably was her answer. I'm gonna show you then what was her answer. And I was asking them questions like, what will you have learned at the end of this class? And actually, they said, at the end of this class, I will have learned more about English. I remember that was a very common answer from them when they were at school. Other question that commonly we ask, for people that made goals in the future or something like that is, where will you have gone in 2 years or in the two next years? Maybe they said, I will have gone to Colombia, I will have gone to Medellin, I will have gone to United States. So it depends on the place of the things that you want to accomplish in your life, okay? And actually a question that commonly, people ask, like for example, who will you have known in December of this year? For example, maybe in December, let's see first than saying everything or anything, the answers. For example, by the end of 2021, I will have finished medicine, was her answer. And actually, by the end of these 2 years, I will have gone to Cartagena. I remember that sometimes when I have online students and I told them about Cartagena, they want to visit Cartagena as a good place for visiting, okay? And other answer was, according to the questions, was, at the end of this class, I will have learned more about English. You know, and actually, by December of this year, I will have known my future wife. So, for example, guys, when people ask those questions, you have to keep in your mind that you need to use will have as a verb in past participle and a complement. That's it for making sentences possible. And actually to establish, the date or the time in which that activity will be accomplished. Like for example, or using by the time, by the end, by December and stuff like that. So probably is something that sometimes people think that is difficult, but the more you practice, the more you learn. So I invite you to put in practice, things like, what will you have done, what will you have learned, what will you have done, where will you have gone, who will you have known, and stuff like that. For example, in the future, it's important to keep in mind that some things can change for the future, some things can be possible, some things cannot be possible, but the good intention or the good thing is that you keep them in mind and actually you know how to express at the moment of speaking. Okay, other thing that I want to remark is, remember, by the end of the 2 years, at the end of the year, at the end or the beginning, at the end of February, it doesn't matter the month. And actually, I really love this answer. By December of this year, I will have known my future wife. Okay, guys, was the topic that I prepared for you. Having as a good example my two students and giving them, the opportunity to be with me once again. It was a really nice opportunity to say hello then once again. And actually, I want to invite you to go through a link that I'm going to share with you, and you could be able to start answering some questions or completing some answers or questions in the game that I got for you in this web page. This one is the methodology that they usually ask you for answering or completing sentences, and in this part you will get the link and the code for entering there. And after you finish this activity, you can send it to me, because when you put your names, immediately when you finish, I can see what was your grade, what was your score. And not only talking about score, is just to say that you learned. Okay, guys, thank you for attending me today, and I hope to see you soon, if God willing. Okay, I say thank you for your attention this afternoon, and I hope to see you soon, if God willing. Bye bye. And I want to say that at the end of this video, I will have, you know, felt happy because I'm just trying to do my best. Bye bye and take care.